Jamie on the mic, got the stats so tight. Jonathan's fire bringing heat tonight. Justin with the plays, got the game on lock. Jacob's got the style, we're ready to rock.
Brothers united, talking all the sports. Laughing, debating, we bring the reports from the field to the court. We calling the spree, four voices, brothers in the taste, pure comedy.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 4J podcast, where we're four brothers, four voices, endless takes, and just pure comedy. I am Jamie. I'm kind of the host over here, and I'll let the other three introduce themselves.
What's up, guys? It's Jonathan. I think y'all should know me by now. I think we mid-season form. Um, Excited to have y'all back for another week, man. Keep it rolling.
What's up? Justin here. Go Birds. Roll Tide. That's all I got to say.
What's up? Jacob here. Here we go, Steelers. We finna win tonight, and if we don't, I'm leaving early.
That's crazy.
Anyway, all right. Well, each week we start off the week with hot news, and I mean, some of the biggest news this week was that gambling scandal. Them getting busted for the big gamble ring and all that kind of stuff, and kind of want to know what y'all thoughts are on that. I know, Jonathan, you've been calling it out for a while in other leagues, but hit the NBA first.
I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. It's beyond me when it's blatantly obvious that there's some scandalous going on, but yet nobody has been called out about it. Like, you got players that averaging 20 points a game, but coming this one game, they can't even get 4 points, or they stop scoring in the third quarter.
Or
It
start
does
turning the
not make
ball over
sense
like
to me.
crazy.
Or start turning the ball over. It doesn't make any sense to me. And and what's crazy is, honestly, man, I think it's weird. I'm gonna say weird because I thought the mob was kind of obliterated at this point, but from what they've been saying, the mob's still full effect doing this thing like the '80s. I love that. It's funny though, but it's crazy though.
Yeah. I think that's been the weirdest thing about the whole thing is the mafia being involved. When you hear that, it's just like, what? And I think everybody's asking the right questions. So, I say that. I think I've heard it from Shaq. I've heard it from Shannon. I've heard it from Ocho. When is too much money? Because it's not like these players or these people, coaches that they actually called were like hurting on money. They're multimillionaires. Chauncey Billups was at one point up there in the league, like one almost the faces, So it's just so strange to me. It's like two kind of more high profile people getting stopped and caught in all this. It's just, I don't know what y'all could be doing to be with the mafia, but that's crazy to me.
I got an idea about that because what's crazy is I love mob stuff. Like, I love mob movies. Like, I have quotes all around my lounge here because I love the mob stuff. I actually saw a video clip of one of the. He's retired now because he was labeled as a snitch or whatever from the mob. He's saying that these guys will get into debt with the mob. Well, obviously, they still have ties with the casino. So that's the way they would kind of have front with that. So these guys would be in so much debt, and there's all we can't pay back. So he was like, "Well, I'm tell you what we're gonna do. Obviously the game's supposed to be over this, or you're supposed to be over this. You're gonna shoot the under, and until I tell you to stop." And at this point, it's gonna be like, I mean, look at Jay Leno. Jay Leno got his ass beat by the mob, some few years ago. So at this point, it's either like they're gonna beach ass or something physically could happen if you don't pay your debt. So I do think that's another reason why some of stuff happens, but also greed too. 'Cause like Terry Rozier was making $283,000 a game,
Yeah,
and they
$26
said
million
something about
man.
and they said something about $200,000 for one of his games. Like, greed,
What
the American greed.
Mm-hmm.
what I found was interesting is I don't know how true this is. I just saw this on Instagram, but this dude saying that the NBA knew that he was being investigated by the FBI for throwing games and stuff, and they told him to sit down the last
Oh,
couple games,
yes.
and then they still allowed him to get traded to the Heat for like a first round pick and stuff. And this dude was so mad. He's a Heat fan. He was like, "Man, we should get our first round pick. We didn't know we were having a man that gambles all the time. We thought we were gonna have a dude that went 26, 5-5." Like he was going crazy. But I kind of agree. If the NBA knew that he was getting investigated, one, why would you still let him get traded and play with another team? And
Pause.
two, play all together. Let's just be honest.
Before we keep going, breaking news: Brian Kelly's gone, fired.
Did they really just do it?
Yeah, yeah. Alex can show me right
I'm
now.
gonna talk about
Breaking
that.
news, Brian Kelly fired. They informed him earlier today.
Oh shit!
It was time.
Yeah,
It was time. Y'all remember
It was
I said this earlier, like 2 weeks ago or last week. I was like, is it low-key time for him to go? And I thought it was time for him to go. He wasn't winning.
Mm-mm.
Over there in LSU, especially after Joe Burrow and them came through, they expect winning. So it was time for him to go.
He was kind of like
Wait,
the
have they actually announced that?
ESPN.
It said LSU officials. Oh no, it said discussing Kelly's future. This was 2 hours ago though.
See, she just showed me it updated from ESPN.
Let me see.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, AI just pulled it up. Like when you Google it, Google
LSU
AI, October
informed-
26th, he had it was fired. So it's already updated on Google.
Yeah, it said they informed him
it.
of his intention to dismiss him. Yeah.
Oh, well, so he hasn't been
happening
fired
now.
then. He hasn't been fired
So
then.
maybe-
They had intentions. Oh
Yeah,
it says
so
was informed on the intention to dismiss him earlier. So it hasn't happened yet, but they have an intent to.
They said the team is having an emergency meeting right now.
That's what I'm saying.
he's fired.
I
then.
think he's gone.
They don't bring them in.
Yeah. It looks like they talked
that's
to
crazy.
him. Yeah.
But honestly, the team, the 12-team playoff is going to kill a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
Because now we're not asking you to be the top 1 or 2. We're asking you to be a top 12. Like realistically, as long as you're making playoffs, I feel like your job's going to be secure. Now, eventually, they're going to get tired of it. But you say, I make a playoff. Oh, they don't really call it Elite 8, but I made an 8. I made a 4. Like people are going to be satisfied with that because we're in contention. But you're telling me we ain't making top 12s?
Yeah.
No. Go ahead, buddy. Not these big jobs.
Listen,
you ain't making top 12s, you're getting out of here.
I mean,
especially the LSU, man.
Every week.
It's because I think you do your thumbs up and thumbs down. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, you got
throw up a thumbs up,
off, brother.
No,
you take them
anyway,
on.
But
anyway, go ahead, Jacob.
Think about it. James Franklin went to the semis. He lost, and they knew they weren't going to be able to get a top 12 spot, and they let him go. I think that's what a lot of teams are going to do now.
That one's a tough one, but I agree. But you need a top 12 and multiple top 12s, honestly, at this point.
And in a program like LSU, it is not hard to recruit.
No,
it's not hard to recruit. It's not hard to get talent. You have the money, but I do think, and I remember when they hired him on, Brian Kelly, he's so used to being like places like Oregon. I don't remember him or recall him coaching out here in the South. So I think his problem is relation to athletes, to these athletes down here. Because I mean, like Coach O was perfect for them because he literally grew up in the area, so he can. I mean, some of your best talent is at home. So when there's obviously no relation to them or have understanding where they're coming from or the background and stuff like that, because some players do still have that. They want to have that intimacy of a bond with their head coach. So, and I think that he's lacking that. I think, along with some of his issues with his coaching staff that he has, that's one of the biggest issues he's having not having success at LSU.
You think it was the Southern accent he tried to pull?
Well, that's what I was about to say. It kind of like to piggyback off of what you're saying. It seems like he's one of those coaches that almost like you talk about a Hugh Freeze, who I don't think is going to make it through the end of the year, but almost like him, whereas like he seems like he's one of those coaches that has a fake relationship with players. Like you see him kind of throwing his players under the bus a little bit in certain situations. Whereas like other coaches, even if I had a bad game, even if a player had a bad game, hey, look, we got to be better. We got to do this. Versus him kind of, it's on them. Oh, we got to be better on this. It's on the offense.
Didn't he say like his team felt like his team gave up halfway through the game?
Like stuff like that. Like you don't say stuff like that to the media.
Well,
you might say that to your team,
I was going to piggyback off of that. If y'all saw the hot mic moments this past game, where before the half, he told his OC, you see him tell his OC, like, why don't you actually call a good play before we end the half? Why don't you actually call a play that's going to work, that's going to before the half? So it's like, I guess when you're really under the microscope and you're already on the hot seat, everything looks so bad. Because I'm sure other coaches probably talk to the OCs like that. But to what your point is,
Nick
look what he's
Saban,
doing.
what?
Yeah.
Things go off.
But now that you're under that microscope, everybody's looking at it in a different way.
Yeah,
But
true
with that
enough.
being said, though, still to piggyback off of what you were saying about the relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nick Saban would say that to his coaches, but then when the media comes at him, and he won't be like, "My OC did this." Brian Kelly would come
you're
out and
right.
be like, "Our OC got to call better calls. Our quarterbacks got to play better." Nick
Yeah.
Saban didn't come out and do that. Nick Saban came back on offense. We didn't perform the way we needed to. It will be addressed. We will handle it. We did this. Obviously, y'all saw this, and then. Like, I mean, how many times one of the favorite things I love to see is when they were trying to pin Jalen and Tua against each other. And he went off
Oh
on the
yeah.
reporter.
Yeah.
You're trying to get me to say something bad about them. I'm not going to do it. Stop asking. That's what he did. Versus Brian Kelly would be like, well, obviously, Tua is outperforming. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying he would say it just like that, but there would be, he leans ways where you understand it, where Nick Saban was like, no, this is my team. This is my, or I loved him in the national championship game when the players were leaving. Hey, y'all sit right here. This is one of the best groups I've ever had. They just lost a game. He could have easily been like, we should have been better. No, he stopped it down. He's a leader of men. Sometimes I think Brian Kelly, I'm not going to say he's not a leader, but sometimes he lacks in some of those relationship building from outside looking in. We're not in the locker room, but outside looking
It's
in,
everybody
that's what
else's
it was.
problem.
And
It's
true,
everybody else's
everybody
fault,
else's
not
problem.
his.
And then the injury players that he had. Players talk bad about him and how he treated them and stuff like that. Like you hear people when good gosh, when you see players talk about Nick Saban, the name you rarely see players that bash Nick Saban. They all have much respect for him. When you hear players talk about playing for Brian Kelly, like you've heard players literally go, "I hate that man." Like
Like
straight up.
remember that safety? Remember that safety that they had? I think about 2 years ago that he was having these recurring headaches, and he was
Oh,
misdiagnosed at
yeah.
LSU. He was
Yep.
misdiagnosed at LSU, and getting an outside opinion, and him having a tumor and had surgery that left him basically like paralyzed. And he said, since this day, I have not heard a word from Brian Kelly. Like, and they encouraged him to keep playing with those
Yeah.
headaches.
Yeah, I
So I
remember
do
that.
Yep.
think
So
that. So that speaks volumes, type of man and coach he is. So obviously I'm not a LSU fan. I could care less, but I you just can't be that type of coach, in my opinion, especially at these these southern schools. But we still need to touch on the topic that we have not discussed yet when it comes to his firing, because of what we all want to be one day, the fired SEC coach. We have
Man.
not discussed that
they
yet.
got to do something about these buyouts. Like
Yeah.
eventually, when are
It's
you
it's
gonna?
it's a, it's a contract. It's just like a
But
severance
what I'm
pay.
saying is when are schools, especially with the way they've been, and this was a question I wanted to ask last week too. But like at certain point, there's got to be the schools are going to have to protect themselves because they got 3 or 4. If Auburn fires Hugh Freeze, like there's been rumors that they might hire Hugh Freeze, they'll have 3 coaches on their payroll that aren't coaching at their school. Plus, they got to pay another coach. Like eventually, these buyouts, something's going to have to happen. Like if I'm a coach, I want the buyout. Like I'm
Yeah.
proud that they're agents and everything. I want it, but when are the schools going to protect themselves?
I'm surprised they
But
haven't like
David,
put stipulations on the contract where you have to win so many games to unlock this part of your money, or you got to make
well,
the playoffs this many times before you can get that money. Like I'm surprised they're not
well,
stipulation. It's all
stipulation
guaranteed.
is the stipulation with the buyouts are is you can't coach for 3 years. I think for some of them, I think for some
Some
of
of
them you
them.
can't
So
coach
that's what
like
schools
that
are
for
starting to
years.
do. It's like, hey, oh, you want this buyout? You can't coach. Penn State's was interesting. Penn State actually had in James Franklin's buyout, he has to get a job in order to get a certain part of his buyout.
Yeah.
So like his buyout's guaranteed, but he has to get a job. He either has to get a job in media or coaching. So he can't just sit around. Like it's in his contract, he has to get a job. I thought that was an interesting
Who
thing to
wants to
do.
do?
I'm about
Wow,
to run
who
your
wants
pockets
to
and
do?
run somebody else's pockets. That's
Well,
crazy.
It,
I
it,
think
it,
someone else to pick up the tab of him. I
Oh,
think that's
yeah.
what they could be. They want somebody else
I don't
to.
know, but yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff there. There's a lot of interesting stuff there. But these buyouts, like eventually, the school's going to have to protect themselves.
It's just like a severance pay, though, Jamie. If you're working for his company, it's just like that. Same thing. I don't. So you get that in corporate world too, and you get the same thing with. It's like a contract, man. Like if you
Not
pay
like this.
someone and you, but it's still if they agree to it. Who's is their fault? If it's like you guarantee I'm gonna be in the same spot for 10 years. I don't perform to
No,
your standards. You
I feel
fire
you
me
on
if you
that.
want to. So you gotta
I
fulfill
feel you.
your duty
But
on giving me
another
my
thing I got a
money.
question for y'all is I think these schools are going to get smarter. You can't give the length of these contracts anymore the way they do. Florida State right now wants to
Oh,
fire Norvell. You want to know why Florida State hasn't fired Norvell? Because 2 years ago, when the Bama job opened, they gave him a 10-year extension.
Yeah.
10-year extension. Like, why? And even with national championship coaches, if you look at the history of a national championship coach, realistically, 2 to 3 years after their last national champion, statistically, they they aren't performing the best. Ed Ogeron won a chip. 2 years later, hey man, come on. Dabo Swinney right now, which is crazy to think because I think they're being too quick on it. But Dabo Swinney right now, he's what three years away from a national champion, or I guess it was a little bit longer, 4 years away. But you're talking about he won a national championship, was in the college football playoff. Clemson's talking about him being gone. Like so, why would you give somebody a 10-year contract? I think we're going to have to go. I'm okay with bigger guaranteed money, shorter terms.
Yeah.
I think these 5, 6 year deals are going to stop. I think they're going to start
but
just turning in, hey, 2, 3 year deals.
But does that not open up to high turnover rates as head coaches though? Like who wants to have a head coach every 3 to 5 years? Think about that. Think about that though. You can
You can extend
some
them,
of the recruits. Yeah, I know you can, yes. But that doesn't solidify someone to be in a position like that. That doesn't it makes me think that you don't believe in me long term to give me a 5 year deal as a head coach with the stipulation like an option to opt out of it year 3 or something. And also, it looks bad on the program too. Because why are you having a high turnover rate as a head coach?
no, I get what you, no, I'm with you on it, but I'm just saying these schools are going to have to protect themselves at some point.
Mm-hmm.
They giving it out. Hell, they giving it out, Jamie. What you? Well, you know what
But
money them
anyway,
schools get,
Yeah,
bro?
to get off this subject before we move on, can y'all look at these jerseys? How y'all feel about them? I low
They
key like them.
ugly. They ugly as hell, Jacob.
I low key
They
like them.
ugly
Bruh,
as
I ain't
hell.
gonna lie,
I'll
bro.
want one.
They like honey mustard, bro.
That's what I'm
On
saying.
chicken.
I low key want a jersey.
This
It
looks
I
look
think the
ugly,
wild on
back
bro.
the
of it is
field.
crazy. The back of it's crazy. So the front number is white and the back is black. I think that's a little crazy.
Yeah,
These ain't ugly,
but
dog.
he got a buyout 54 million, bro. And you know what?
yeah.
Honestly, I love that for him. He's 34-14 over 4 seasons in LSU. I mean, not the worst, but hey, if that's
You
up to
ain't
their
win the big
standards,
ones.
let him
But
go.
like I said, with a 12-team
Hey,
playoff, it just makes it hard.
but
But
give me
speaking
my
of that,
money.
yeah, speaking of that, let's go ahead and jump into that. We'll go into our college football talk already. Let's go ahead and jump into that game. One thing, and they've been saying it. I've been hearing it a lot in the media, but Texas A&M is the number 4 or 3 team in the country that we ain't really talking about. Like they've been quiet. They've been the quietest top 5 team because they've been a top 5 team for what the past 6 weeks.
Something like that.
They're one of the
Yeah.
quietest top 5 teams we've heard, and they really
But you know
haven't
why?
given you a reason. Minus that Notre Dame game, but then again, Notre Dame's winning now. But minus that Notre Dame game, they've been whooping people. Like, like
You want?
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to. They haven't been really playing comp. Let's be honest.
Jacob,
But
you
what do
hit
you
it on the
mean?
They
head.
haven't played
You
comp.
hit it.
They played
You hit it
Arkansas.
on the
Like I
head.
understand. Like Arkansas be getting teams sometimes. Like be getting close to winning sometimes against some teams. But like
They beat Arkansas by 3 points, bro.
yeah,
3.
like you struggle against Arkansas. That's not a team you should struggle against.
Arkansas went to the wire with
Arkansas,
Ole Miss too.
Arkansas was pretty good. We're not going to deny that. But
Arkansas
Jacob,
went to the wire with
I,
Tennessee too. Like
I agree
you
with
could
Jacob.
say
That's the reason
Arkansas.
why.
So you saying those teams aren't comp? Arkansas went to the wire with all those teams you just said. Let me pull up their scores actually. Go ahead,
Look,
but go
okay,
ahead and take your point.
Arkansas against Notre Dame.
I
Notre
got
Dame blew Arkansas out the water.
it pulled up, Jamie. They beat Notre Dame 41-40. Auburn 16-10. Mississippi State 31-9. Florida 34-17. Arkansas 45-42. And they just beat the brakes off LSU 49-25. But with that being said, the only ranked team they've played is Notre Dame and I can't remember if Florida was ranked when they played them. I doubt they were. And then they just played LSU. So we're gonna say 2 ranked teams that they've played, that they've beaten. But other than that, the reason why we don't talk about them is because, like Jacob said, the competition they played, and I'm not discrediting them. I'm not discrediting them because they are an ACC team. But the competition they played this year is not up to what Tennessee had to play, Alabama has played, Georgia, Ole Miss had to play. Because their
And
next
don't get
3
it
games, they
wrong,
have
they're
Missouri,
finna have to play some
South
comp.
Carolina, and Texas. Huh?
They're finna have to play some comp. I feel
A
like they're
couple games. Like,
They
yeah,
got
they beat
Missouri. They
Missouri.
got Missouri and Texas
Missouri.
still on their schedule.
yeah. So
Yeah, so
don't get
I
it
think that's the
twisted by
reason why
saying they're bad.
that's,
They're
that's the
bad.
reason why I think we haven't discussed them is because of that, Jamie. But I watched the boys last night, and I watched them a couple weeks ago. Them boys can
Hey,
ball. And I got spot on that team. I'm gonna put on my top 5 of the Heisman point runners. So we can start
what?
talking about it more. Let's put it like that.
Nuggets. Ah,
They're a solid team all phases of the game. Their return man,
Yeah.
the truth. But he
That
got
boy
2 now,
ball.
2 for a touchdown. Their defense is good, but everybody knew their defense was going to do that. Elko, that's what he's known for, is defense.
Yeah.
And I feel like what has changed with them, kind of a guy that people need to start talking about a little bit more. Marcel Reed
Hey,
is finding himself, and that's
For
what I'm
sure.
liking about this team more and more. Is you're watching him in the beginning of the year, even against Notre Dame a little bit. It felt like the moment was too big for him. He was trying a little too much. And now
Yeah.
it's almost like he's gotten a couple wins under his belt. He kind of settling into his own, rushing for what he rushed for 100, threw for 200. Like he's starting to figure himself out. That's what this team's going to be fun to watch because of that. But they
And that,
completely
and, that,
dominated LSU last night.
and
yes.
he was like that last year too, man. He was just young, but I took my hats off to him, man. Them boys they been balling out. And Marcel Reed, I got to give it to him, man. That boy's playing ball. He balling.
we
Everybody
apologize.
still got it.
He is. We are live reacting to the Steelers versus Packers game at the same time. So y'all see his outburst.
You
Oh
hey,
my
boy, you need
God,
a towel
Roman
or something,
Wilson,
bro?
But
off of them, boy.
I will say,
You need a
I think
towel, bro?
Marcel Reed is definitely gonna be up there. He's gonna be in New York if he keeps doing what he's doing easily.
For sure.
Yeah.
'Cause especially
And he got
they
both of
went
his
they
feet
went
in
out.
it.
They won the
Mhm.
SEC championship game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see him.
But speaking of SEC championship games and stuff like that, another game we wanted to get into because it was a wild game if you look at it. A team that Texas A&M is going to have to play at the end of the year, Texas Mississippi State. That game, as much as I've hated on Arch, I'm going to give Arch a little bit of flowers. Buddy threw for 340, and he stepped up when it mattered at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, end of the third quarter, fourth quarter. He stepped up and balled. But
Yeah.
I am going to throw this out there. Did y'all see the dime the backup quarterback threw in the OT?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful ball.
Yes.
And even with Arch doing what he did, like that ball, and talk
Hey, I'm
about
like, who
throw
was
it
that
coming in
boy?
cold too. That was his first series. Like he coming in just in the corner.
I was like,
That
who is that boy? Yeah.
like, and it makes you question. I know Arch made the comeback, so it's kind of hard. I get where Stark's coming from. It's kind of hard, but really and truly, the fact that you needed that comeback, Kentucky had that game won. Kentucky choked.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Sorry, Mississippi
Mississippi
State.
State, yeah, bro.
Mississippi State had that game won. But really and truly, I say Kentucky because same thing from last week. Kentucky had that game won. So it's like these two teams of lesser talent had the game won, and a team that has more athletes just kind of figured it out. One, I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Why on earth, knowing how deadly that punt returner is when you're up, why are you kicking it anywhere near that man?
I was literally about to say, it's like I want to give credit where credit's due, like you said. But dang, man, that special team is always bailing them out. Like that punter, why anybody's trying to kick it to him, I don't know. Because that's what, 2 times in 3-4 weeks that he's done this?
Yep.
Yeah.
He did that against Oklahoma. He returned.
Yeah.
He didn't return it for a touchdown, but he returned it basically to the touchdown, like to the 10, I think.
No, he
He's
got
been
one
going
in Oklahoma.
crazy.
He's the one that busted the game open.
Yeah.
It was
Mhm.
what was it? It was 14-6
Yeah.
or something like that. And then
He busted it open. Yeah. So their special teams, it was an all around game. They needed everybody to win that one. I definitely thought Mississippi State was going to hold it on, but I just think, like you said, in both games, the other team definitely had the chances, and you felt like we're going to win. It's just Tennessee has athletes, and or Texas. I'm sorry, Texas has the athletes, and it's just you can't combat that.
no, for sure. And like I said, I'm not. I've been bashing on Arch, but low key, and I kind of want to hear, and we'll get off of this team and move to our next game. But I kind of want to hear what y'all think. If Arch is in concussion protocol this week,
Mm-hmm.
and the other quarterback comes in and that lights up next week, or they got a bye, don't they? Do they have a bye?
week?
Do y'all know?
Let me see.
Is it their bye week? I'm pulling it up.
I'm about to say, I'm looking right now, Jamie. Yeah, next game is on
No.
the
They
1st.
play Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
So
they play Vanderbilt next Saturday.
if Arch is in concussion protocol this week, because they did come out and say it was a concussion, and the backup goes and beats Vanderbilt, can you go back to Arch?
I hate to say someone lose a
he got to,
job on an injury, but with the way Texas season is going, you can't lose another one. And that's a tough one. Because if he comes in there and balls out, then I'm like, okay. But if he comes in there, it's like a
against
struggle
that
win,
legit Vanderbilt
yeah.
defense.
Number
He
9
needs to
defense.
have a crazy game. He needs to have a crazy game for me to bench him. Like he needs to throw for like
even if he wins,
300.
Okay, if they
touchdowns.
win ugly like they've been winning, no. But if he goes out there throws for 300, 3 tutties,
but if he throws for like 200, 1 touchdown, no.
It's still a good game for a quarterback, though.
That is a good game, but Arch can do that. So why would he lose his job if you already believed in Arch before? You know,
I don't know. But speaking of quarterback play, another game I want to get into with y'all, that Georgia Tech Syracuse game. And I have one question. So all of y'all, do y'all all play NCAA 26?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, Jacob, you don't. So
Well, I do.
We all know in the game that this year they have the new health meter or whatever, where you can see how much health you used of your season, career, and all that kind of good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Haynes King at Georgia Tech got to be down to the last fourth of his. That man is dog. That man is. How many times do y'all see him during the game just laying there and his line come up to him and he's like, "Give me a second," and then he hops up and goes run somebody over the next play.
Yeah.
Like that man is a straight dog. You know his teammates got to love him. Like
Speaking of them, I just got beat by them yesterday on NCAA. Shit pissed me off.
But that man's a straight dog. He's so fun to watch. And in that offense, he's in an offense that's perfect for him because it lets him run. But don't underestimate his arm either, because Buddy can still throw a football. But that game, that was a good game for them too, because Justin, you said it last week. It looks like every game is a trap game for Georgia Tech because they just wait till the end to win it. Not yesterday.
Nah, Haynes King's
good.
We're talking about Georgia Tech. I wanted to talk about the ACC in this. Low key, if Georgia Tech wins out and Virginia wins out, Miami doesn't have a chance to go to the ACC championship.
Since you brought that up,
we're
going to go ahead and go into it because you brought it up. So I was doing some research today, and I'm going to lay out a scenario for y'all.
Okay.
So as of right now, and this is the scenario I want to lay out for you. As of right now, do you think Miami is a playoff team?
Yeah.
Playoff team?
Yeah.
Playoff team.
They had that one bad game.
Okay, cool. So you almost think they're locked in. I mean, they're ranked, 10 right now, 10 or 11?
Yeah.
So you think they're almost locked into a spot right now?
I don't see them losing again with their schedule.
Okay, cool. So this is what I was looking into this because one, I want to bring up all the stats, but we're just going to stick on Miami right now. What if I could tell you there's a chance that Miami could win out and still not make the college football playoffs?
How?
How?
Cool.
Yeah, please let me
So,
know how about that one.
so in the ACC right now, so let's just go ACC right now. I took notes. I legit took notes, and I got kind of and I'm going to talk it through so y'all talk to me. So the ACC right now, right? There are
Mhm.
2 teams that do not play each other that are undefeated in ACC play. Technically, there's an asterisk. Virginia and Georgia Tech are both undefeated in the ACC and do not play each other. The reason I say
Yeah.
asterisk, Virginia did lose to NC State, but the ACC came in and announced that they added that game in, and it's not an official ACC game. So that's Virginia's only loss. So it wasn't a ACC regular game. They both needed a game. They added it, but it didn't go into ACC standings. That's why I said there's an asterisk. But so technically, right now, Virginia and Georgia Tech are both undefeated in ACC play. Virginia only has 1 loss, so if they win out, they don't play each other. They're in the ACC championship, right?
Right.
Miami's not in the ACC championship, right?
Okay.
So here's my next scenario that would have to happen. And tell me if I'm crazy in my logic here. So as we look, and we'll go into the other conferences later, but as we look, Ohio State, Indiana look like they're playing for the Big Ten championship, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
They're both going to go undefeated. They're both in. Texas A&M, and I'm saying this is with every team that I'm going to name winning out, but I'll explain the rest. Texas A&M, Alabama win out. They're in the SEC championship. Neither one of them is getting bounced, even if they lose, right?
Okay.
Unless Alabama loses.
Nope. They said last year, they did last year with SMU. They said, we're not going to punish you. And this is if
If you
they
lose.
go off the same logic. They said, we're not going to punish you for playing in your championship game. We will
They only got
reseed
one
you,
loss
but we're
last
not going to
year.
punish you. So, cool.
Okay.
So, Alabama, them. Georgia, only loss would be to Alabama, who would be the SEC rep. They're in, right?
That's 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, and with that being said, Georgia would beat Georgia Tech. So I say Georgia beats Georgia Tech at the end of the year,
Okay.
which
Okay.
puts Georgia Tech in the ACC championship with their only loss being Georgia. Then Virginia is in the ACC championship with their only loss being NC State. Not a great loss, but they beat Georgia Tech in the ACC championship. Based off what the committee said last year, they're not going to punish a Georgia Tech for losing their ACC championship. And if their only loss is to Georgia, I don't see them dropping out of the top 12. Am I crazy?
Sure.
Okay.
Right? So now we have Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Georgia Tech, and Virginia. That's 7 teams in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss. Why does this keep happening to me? Ole Miss only loss would be Georgia. They're in the 12-team playoff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vanderbilt wins out. Their only loss is Alabama. They're in the 12-team playoff, right? So
Okay.
we're at 9, right?
Yeah.
We're at 9 right now. BYU wins the Big 12.
They're in.
We're at 10.
Oh
Notre
yeah.
Dame.
Or wait. No, wait. With BYU, they go undefeated and lose in the Big 12 championship to somebody. So the Big 12 champion is in and BYU, right?
Mm.
I think them losing, they would bounce them out though, just because of
Yeah.
it's
Why
BYU.
Miami? Because if they
But
lost in the
if that's their
championship
first
game and Miami
loss,
lost during the year,
Yeah, true.
huh?
That's their first loss.
if that's their first loss, John,
That's their first loss, right?
But
And
they first off the beginning of the
so
season
we're at
though.
11.
They helped.
But before we get
Yeah.
there, we're at 11, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Group of 5 gets in.
Oh yeah, Group 5 has to get in.
A group of 5 is going to get in. A group of 5 or Notre Dame. And I think if it came down to Miami or Notre Dame, I think they would have to lead Miami because Miami beat them.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miami
okay.
beat 'em.
Yes. I was about to say that. I would say if it comes down to Notre Dame and Miami, and their schedules or their record reflects now in a way, 1 loss Miami, 2 loss Notre Dame. I gotta go Miami. Like there's no way head to head. They won.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So with that scenario though, how do you put Miami in a 12-team playoff?
Oh.
See, this is where I think they're gonna This is where I'm agreeing with you. What did they say was going to be the biggest thing this year? Strength of schedule. And I'm sorry,
Yep.
Miami, outside of Notre Dame and what FSU, which FSU's falling off.
Yep.
Who did you
With the
play?
loss to Louisville.
Yeah, and you lost to Louisville.
When
So
Louisville was ranked. Louisville were ranked when they played them now.
no.
No, they weren't.
They
Yeah.
they were
Oh, yeah, you're right.
not
You're right.
ranked.
You're right.
They got ranked afterwards. So I see your scenario, Jamie. It's possible.
They beat Notre Dame,
And so,
South
and
Florida.
then,
They
and
beat
then the way
Florida
I
first
look at
two.
it too,
Mm-hmm.
what would have to happen is BYU would have to win out and then lose in the Pac-12 championship. Realistically, what would happen? So there's still a lot of football to be played, and Miami probably is going to sneak in.
Yeah.
But one, they have a chance of not even playing in their the ACC championship.
Yeah.
And when that happens, it
That would
opens
be
up a can of
wild.
worms for the rest of the year.
It would be so wild. A one-loss Miami that basically ran the table for one game, and you're out. I mean, that's rough.
And that's if really and truly,
if everybody wins out.
If the committee comes out and says, "Hey, we're going to punish teams for the big," and that's where the committee kind of stuck their foot in the sand last year, is we said, "Hey, we're not punishing you for making your championship." So realistically, say BYU did lose their first loss in their championship, they could slide a Miami in, but then it's like, what are every conference going to do after that? Cut their championship.
Yeah,
they're going to have to. So it's like.
So James, but you got to think about who BYU had to play left though. I'm going to cancel this out right here because I know you've been meat riding these teams right here. BYU, they still play Texas Tech. Texas Tech's ranked 13, BYU's 12, and they still have to play Cincinnati. Cincinnati's 17.
I agree.
So those are the top three right now in the Big 12. So I do think if they got to play
for you, John. All right, John. If Texas Tech beats BYU, and then they both end up in the Big 12, can't kick them both out.
Well, that's what I'm about to hit on.
Because what you're saying,
okay. I'm sorry. I jumped too far.
But what I'm saying though is, if BYU beats all those teams and then loses to one on a rematch, do you knock them out? Because the guaranteed spot is the champion, right? Guaranteed spot is the champion, so you can't knock BYU out. Say BYU loses to Cincinnati or Texas Tech, they both only have one loss. Both of them play in their conference championship with one loss. How do you bump them out? Like, how do you do it?
Well, because Texas Tech is already like a forward.
They need to take out this bye crap. Like you automatically get in if you win your championship. They need to take that out.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's the
gotta
person
keep
winning.
it.
That's the person winning.
Yeah.
What's the point of winning the SEC? Your conference championship game.
Speaking of that,
you don't get a perk from it.
Because the Power 5 is about to get in, and they're not even going to be ranked that high. They're going to be like a 17 Power 5, and they're going to get in.
I do see BYU losing to a 13th ranked Texas Tech, which they're 12. So that means they're going to drop down to like 15, 16. Think about it.
Okay,
cool.
Then they can play championship.
Okay, Jonathan, but then in that scenario, okay, cool. Then Texas Tech's going to jump into the top 10, right?
Yes.
And then they lose to BYU in the championship. But
who says it's going to be BYU? If BYU loses to Texas Tech, that means Cincinnati's number 1, Texas Tech number 2, BYU is 3, so they don't even play the championship game.
No, but what I'm saying is, I think the Big 12 is going to have the two champions are going to be ranked high enough to where if the higher one gets beat, they both get in. That's what I'm saying, and that's where Miami gets bounced because the committee said last year we don't punish you for a championship.
Yeah.
So there's a chance Miami doesn't feel right to me saying it, but there's a legitimate chance they don't.
I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
I get you don't see it, and it's likely not going to happen. Football normally takes care of itself. We've all seen it, but
there's a chance.
It's been a weird season. And if you look right now, and that's what I wanted to go to in all the conferences right now. In the ACC, you have Georgia Tech, Virginia 4-0. Then you have Pitt, Louisville, SMU, Duke, Miami, all with one loss in ACC play. They're all still in contention for the ACC championship. In the Big 12, you essentially have 4 teams. BYU, Cincinnati are 5-0. Houston and Texas Tech are 4-1. That's essentially wide open, and they all still play each other. So really and truly, a 2-loss team could be in their championship because they all play each other. In the Big Ten, it looks like it's Indiana and Ohio State. It really does. But right behind them, you got Oregon, Iowa, Michigan, USC, all with one
Forgot
loss
about
in
Oregon.
Big Ten play.
Forgot about Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
But, okay, no,
that's a team. That's the team that I forgot. That's the team I forgot because I put BYU in there with the Pac-12 champion, but you have Oregon that's going to be in there.
they're not.
You have
They're not the
Oregon
same
that's going to be in there too. So it's like,
No, you're saying there's too
they're
many
not the same
teams.
conference.
There's so many teams that Miami could
Oh,
be squeezed out.
because
Yeah, and they
because
already.
because
They're
what's the
already ranked
argument going to
1,
be?
2,
Oregon's
3,
going to say
4,
my
5,
only
6, 7,
loss is
8.
to Indiana,
Yeah.
the number 2 team in the country. Miami's go, well, we lost to Louisville. They were good. You know what I mean? Like, there's a chance. Do I think football's going to take care of itself? Probably. But there's a legit chance. But anyway, moving on. But anyway, going to a game that was near and dear to our hearts. Game that almost had our hearts in cardiac arrest.
Yes.
Almost called 911 about 3 times. The Alabama Crimson Tide. I was scared about the game because I felt like a trap game, and it proved to be a daggum trap game. But talk about a gutsy performance and kind of, I feel like I say gutsy too much. Talk about like a really and truly a nut check performance. They got punched in the mouth.
Yes.
And the game felt over. After the drop punt, it felt over. But you talk about a coach that the team last year and the team this year, the team last year loses that football game.
Easily.
Well, they almost lost it last year too.
Yeah,
They
but the
almost
team
lost
last
the
year
national
after that
championship
punt
too.
and they took the touchdown, I see them panicking and coming out.
Mm-hmm.
One, I give Grubb props. The first 3 quarters, I don't really give you props because I felt like we were calling some weird plays. Like, why were we calling long, drawn out plays when we were getting blitzed and pressured like crazy? Like slow developing routes.
Yeah.
The last 2 drives were perfect. Get the ball out of his hand quick, and what happened?
Yep.
You can't really say that about Grubb because if you really look at it, in the first half he had Ty had Ryan Williams wide open.
That's true.
Running down that's the touchdown. Then he had Bernard
Who
running
is
across the
Ryan
field,
Williams?
touchdown. And then he had another one to Bernard when he underthrew him, touchdown. So that's why I wouldn't say bad on Ryan Grubb because he kept giving us chances. We just never could convert on him, I feel.
Well, my question to that, Jacob, is why were those balls overthrown and underthrown? Because he was pressured in the quarterback. He was stepping up. Literally, the one to Bernard that I think possibly would have been a touchdown. He was a 0.2 seconds from that ball being swatted out of his hand. The one to Ryan Williams that he overthrew, he got hit in the chest as soon as the ball came out because we were calling long drag routes that take time to develop when we didn't have time in the pocket.
Well, I think that's where I had a problem with some of the game. Why so many deep balls? Like, it was almost getting to a point. It's like, even that one where that DB made a great play, it just hit it out before Bernard could catch it. I mean, it was about to be a beautiful play, but it was another deep ball. Like, we usually kill people with like the comebacks, the curls, the hitches, the slants, and stuff like that. You eat away at them, but we were just going like we were playing like we were down by 21, and just going deep. And then Isaiah Horton, we throw it to him like one time and don't ever go back his way. It was confusing. It was a mental trap game. A lot of unnecessary penalties. I think you ran into the problem with what you were saying with the gameplay is they just had to pin their ears back. There was no fear that the run game was going to help them. And with them just pinning their ears back with those talents coming off the edge, it was just, I didn't understand why we were just getting out quick instead of just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah,
and if you don't have,
we gotta stop. They did not get a first down.
That's where it gets so confusing. It gets so confusing with the game because, like, Hill, when you hand it to him, yes, you might get stopped once, but you get tired of getting hit by 244. I'm sorry. And Hill is showing he's that running back. Like, I will run through everybody. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. And if you just lean on that more, it's like you want Ty to be the Heisman winner, but you're trying to make him be perfect throughout the entire game, and that's just not possible. You got to establish that run.
That's what I was about to say, Justin. I think that's why they were doing the deep balls because they want Ty to actually have more films when it comes to deep balls. But like you said, we're known for doing short passes, short passes, short passes. But people actually, the Heisman actually wants to see his
Mm-hmm.
arm. They want to see the deep balls. They want to see all that, see if he can do it. So I think that's why they were trying to open that up because obviously, if they can showcase you can do a deep ball, that means the defensive backs and maybe linebackers are going to give you a little cushion. So where you
Mm-hmm.
could the run to be open up more. You obviously do short passes more too. So and they won't be so tight knit inside those 5 to 15 yard lines. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the reason. But yeah, I'm just glad we won, man. Cause God,
Right.
dog, boy.
And one thing I want to say too, because people bash on them, and I've been saying for a while, stop bashing on them. Our defensive coordinator is coaching his butt off right now.
Yes.
He has
Yeah.
saved. What it's Womack, right?
Well, Matt.
Yeah, that Joker. I mean, when I say he is putting the game film together. He kept us in that game. That was a game we should have lost. Like no, all hands of like we should have lost. And really and truly, you take away the big touchdown,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean the punt drop. I mean they got the ball on the daggum 30, 25 yard line. Like there's not much you could do. And really and truly, his game plan was almost. I'm not going to say perfect. Lenore Sellers, how many times did we have him sacked? He was wrapped up
Bro.
and sacked. We should have had 15 sacks. We got the pressure. That I give our D line mad props. They got the pressure. Any other person not named Lenore Sellers is sacked. I mean,
Yeah. 1,000%. 1,000%. I will say this. Lenore Sellers on any other team in the SEC, LSU, Auburn, like any of those squads in Kentucky, those are national championship squads. Because if he had a line in just a little time, that man can make magic. Like, it's unreal how good of an athlete he is. Now, I did say if it came down to the end that he had to throw the ball, I was very confident we were going to win. But that's more just because I don't trust his offensive line, not him. So I just you got to give him his credit. Like that Joker's a baller.
no, he is. He's a truth. And I love the commitment he had to South Carolina to stick it out. But I kind of wonder what would have happened if he would have just went somewhere else. If it would have been him at Auburn versus Jackson Arnold.
Yes.
He would have been. I tell you
Like
one thing though, he would have been $8 million richer.
Yes.
oh, for sure, for sure. But anyway, all right. So each week we get into picks and we do picks for different games. We did have an update in standings this past week, and for our college standings, I am currently in the league at 43-26. Jacob is
Of
at
course you
41 and
are.
28. Jonathan is sitting at 39-30. And Justin, you had an absolutely horrible week because you picked too many upsets and you were sitting at 38-31 going into this week. So we picked a few games. We always picked a college game day game, which we were debating on where that was going to be this week because there's some turmoil on the college game day game because it felt like it might have went to another SEC school and people were going to lose their minds if that happened. But it's at Cincinnati and Utah, and I think that's going to be a really, really good game. Utah is a team that just had a couple tough losses. Cincinnati has that one loss to Nebraska, and that was a game. If y'all remember it early in the year, that was a game. Me personally, though, I'm really liking Cincinnati right now. I really do like Cincinnati right now, so I'm rolling with Cincy on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Cincinnati too. Them boys and balling. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
Yeah, at this point in the season, you kind of can see the complete teams. I think Cincinnati's one of them. So Cincinnati.
Yeah, I feel like Cincinnati can score a lot, so give me Cincinnati.
Cool. And then we got an ACC game. That's going to be a pretty solid game. Again, a team that has a chance to play for ACC title right now. You got Virginia And then you got Kyle, which Kyle has a pretty solid. They've been playing a lot of late games, so it's kind of hard to watch them on the East Coast where we are or in the South. But I really like Virginia. I really like this Virginia team, so I'm going Virginia on this one.
They are playing in Berkeley, so Cal does have a little
Do they got
advantage.
another late
But
kick?
two
Ooh.
45,
Okay.
Okay.
2:45.
Oh,
But
so
I'm
early.
gonna go with Virginia. I'm gonna go with Virginia.
I don't know if y'all knows Cal's quarterback, and I'm not about to try to pronounce his name. Whoa. I don't think
good.
he's going to be at
I've
Cal
watched him.
again. That Joker is real. So with Virginia struggling with North Carolina last week, I think they're starting to hit that little wall of success. So you can give me Cal.
Okay.
I want Miami to not make the playoffs because I think that would be hilarious to see Miami fans crash out. So give me Virginia. Get a stop.
Okay, cool. Then we picked the SEC game, and again, I feel like we picked this team a lot because they've been the hottest team to talk about in college football right now. You got the Vanderbilt Commodores versus the Texas A&M Longhorns, and questions with Arch having the concussion late in the game. Is he going to be in the game? What's going to happen? Vandy's got a good enough defense to win and just enough offense to do what they do, but Texas's defense is elite. But I'm going to ride with I didn't pick them last week, and I hated it. I'm going to ride with the hot hand. Vanderbilt's figuring out how to win right now. I'm going to go with Vandy.
They lower the educational threshold. Oh, but did
You
y'all see?
trash
Did y'all see
bucket.
on game day there are people's ACT and SAT scores?
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? That was crazy.
Wait, they what?
But anyways, I do think that Pavia has what it takes, despite if Arch plays or not. Even though Texas does have a decent quarterback if he comes behind, if Arch doesn't play, but I still think that Pavia does have what it takes to beat Texas. I'm going with Texas. I'm sorry, I'm going with Vanderbilt.
I was about to say, you gave that whole speech to switch it up like you're not.
See, this is a tough one for me because if you really look at Pavia's numbers, which is going to be weird later on for something, but if you look at his numbers when he faces a true defense, it's not that
great.
good. It's
No,
not. But the way Texas is struggling, and without the confirmation, I will wait. They're playing in Texas, ain't it?
Yep.
Is it in Texas?
Yep.
Yeah, because they played it at
it's in
Vandy
Austin,
last
Texas.
year.
Yeah, they're playing in Texas. Ooh,
Give me Texas. Yeah. I don't know about that defense. I think that defense is raw, man. Yeah, give me
Yeah.
Texas.
Okay.
I think Texas defense is going to understand Vandy. There's a lot of tape on Vandy now. You know what they're going to do. That little triple option, just sit on the end one, have a do rollout. You're good. So give me Texas. I also think they're going to make another special team plays.
yeah. I
Okay.
think
I
Texas
can feel you
defense
on
is
that.
fatigued
I
at this
think it's going to
point.
be a good game. It's definitely a game I'm going to want to watch.
Yeah.
Big 12 game. Two teams that I've liked watching all year because even though they've had a couple losses, they're teams you just don't want to. They're teams that if they were to mess around and win a championship, they could make a run. Arizona State and Iowa State. I like both the teams. I think personally, though, with the way they've both been playing this year, I just think Arizona State has a little bit more. So I'm going to go with Arizona State.
And they're playing. Oh, they're playing Iowa, Jamie. They're playing Ames.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Arizona State. James, I don't give a damn.
Give me Arizona State.
I'm going to be honest. Give me 1 second.
He ain't looked him up yet.
I know.
Give me Iowa State.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We have a pre-call and everything. This man still don't do his work.
Bro,
Then
I was watching the Steelers. My bad, bro.
The Steelers just kicked off. We had the pre-call at 12 o'clock today. Anyway, A game that at the beginning of the year you would have thought would have been a game day game. Penn
Mhm.
State, Ohio State. This game's interesting. Interesting. I think Ohio State's going to win it,
Mhm.
but I just wanted to throw out Penn State is literally just playing direct seasons right now,
Trap game.
so they are going to give them everything. But Ohio State will pull it out.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say what Penn State's going to do because I think they do. Whoever's going to come in interim coach or whoever it is, he's changing up their system so that Ohio State don't really exactly know what
Mhm.
they're going to get. But I'm still going to rock with Ohio State on this one.
I think this is Ohio State's trap game. But I agree with y'all. I think Ohio State pulls it out, but I definitely think it's about to be like an Alabama South Carolina game for Ohio State.
For
Yep.
sure.
I'll agree.
Jacob, I know you're distraught by DK's miss.
Trash. Trash.
I made
What's
the
your
field goal.
pick?
Okay, I just had to see automatic Boswell. Give me Penn State. I think y'all are forgetting about something. One, Julian Sayin hasn't played anybody. When he did
Drew
go against
Aller's out.
Texas, hold on, let me continue to talk. When he went against Texas and the defense, he only scored 14 points. Penn State's defense is the truth. I don't know if y'all don't remember that in the Oregon game, they shut them down in the second half. They didn't get a score. Two, also Drew Allard's out. That was a full-blown terrorist on the offense side of the ball. He was literally blowing up all their drives. So their offense, I think they're going to go out there and they're going to play with their heart out because they know that they should have went to the playoffs this year. So they're going to beat Ohio State. And I bet, is it in Ohio State? I think it is, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to pull up the upset in their
Columbus.
stadium. Mark my words.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So and then we pick a HBCU game each week. We did Lindenwood versus Tennessee State this week. This is going to be a game. It's going to be a game. I'm gonna go with Lindenwood.
I'm rock with Tennessee State.
I will also
I know a lot of people that went there.
rock with Tennessee State.
Give me. They're the Tigers. Give me Lindenwood. I like their name. They be Lindenwood.
All right. And then we picked a non-power 5 game, which I've been talking about them all year just because I am a UAB fan and they're in the American Conference. But American Conference game, you have Navy versus North Texas. Navy is currently undefeated, so playing for that, it looks like the group of 5 spots coming out of the American this year. Navy is undefeated right now, 7-0. Nobody's talking about them because they've been talking about the other group of 5 teams. North Texas is 5-1. Their only loss being USF. That's not that bad of a loss. And I know y'all probably didn't notice it, but the North Texas's quarterback had a crazy game Friday night. One, have y'all heard about this guy at all?
No.
Did not have a
No.
single start. Now he's got the size, but did not have a single start of varsity football. He got a call because he went to a camp, and the camp the dude that ran the camp knew the coach and said, "Hey, give him a chance." He walked on, won the starting job.
Dang.
Friday night against Charlotte, which isn't a great opponent, he threw for 608 yards and 4 tutties.
Dang.
Dang.
So, he was 37 for 49. So when I say dude is legit. And North Texas's head coach is the quarterback whisperer. He has like 3 or 4 different quarterbacks that he coached in college that are now in the NFL. So phenomenal coach, but they're a really good team to watch. But that Navy team, one, if you ain't watched Navy this year, they ain't just running like they used to. Their quarterback is throwing the ball, doing everything. They're legit. So it's going to be a very, very fun game to watch. It's at Navy, which is a tough place to win. But I like Northwestern stretching it out a little bit and getting Navy a hair uncomfortable. So I'm
Texas.
going North Texas on this win.
Texas. Yeah, Jamie, look at it, man. These boys from Navy, bro. They have the number one rushing
They
yards
legit.
in college football right now.
Oh yeah, no, they're legit.
And
We
we
played them.
we
We should have beat them,
and we
but we played them.
and we and when you running like that with no Vaseline, bro, you can't nobody slow you down like that. Especially on North Texas. So I'm gonna go ahead and give me Navy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm riding with Navy.
Okay.
So everybody pick Navy?
No.
No, I picked North
Yeah.
Texas.
No, Jamie
Yeah,
picked
give me
Texas,
North
yeah.
Texas because Navy does this. They did it last year, wasn't it? Last year too. They went undefeated
This
and
is
then they lost a game that. Oh, they lost to Notre
This is their
Dame.
first time being 7-0 since 1947 or something like that.
40 something, yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
about Army. Army was the one that went
Army
undefeated.
did it last year. They did.
I'm sorry. All of them do the same thing. They go crazy. They look crazy, and then they lose a game for some reason.
And
Or they
Rat
shouldn't.
Poison.
So give me North Texas.
All right, cool. All right, and then to wrap up our college football talk today, we're going to give our top 5 for the Heisman right now since we're halfway through the season. I'm going to give you mine. This is in no particular order because I'm having issues with the order at the top moment. Actually, I'll go ahead and go with the order. This is my order. We did top 5. Technically, I have 6, so don't yell at me. Right now, I think Mendoza from Indiana is leading the charge. He's looking legit, playing really well. I think following right behind him, minus his game yesterday, but technically those last 2 drives he put on a pretty solid clinic, Ty Simpson. Then you have Marcel Reed. My 5th place goes to Haynes King because what that man is doing, putting his body on the line, is crazy. My 4th place, I have a tie. Reason I have a tie is stats don't add up on both of these for 2 different reasons. One of them's winning crazy games and doesn't have crazy stats. The other one has really good stats, but I feel like hasn't played anybody. So my top 4th is Diego Pavia and Julian Sayin as of right now.
Okay. I can
Dang,
respect
bro,
that.
really?
Yep.
I can respect that.
Go ahead, Justin.
All right. So, Jamie, kind of shocked me. Thought I was going to be the only one to put him number 1. But I agree 100% with what your list was. My number 1 is also Indiana's quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. He's balling out. I mean, you can't take nothing from him. He's balling. My number 2 is also Ty Simpson. I think he is also balling out. After that first game, he's put on a clinic when it comes to the pass game. So I got to give it to him. My number 3 is Haynes King. I think he is doing everything my number 5 is doing with way better stats. And I just can't discredit him. He's winning. And he is literally putting the team on his back to do it. So, Haynes King. My number 4 would be Marcel Reed. I think Texas A&M is balling under the radar, and he is a big reason for that. So, definitely got to give it to him. My number 5, I feel like I put him number 5 because of just his story. And he is winning, but it is more the story because if you look at stats, he does not hang with these other 4, like at all. But his story is good, and that's what most Heisman need is a story. So my number 5 is Diego Pavia.
I respect it.
Yeah, I can't even be mad at that one now. Can't even be mad at that one. Want me to go, Jacob, or you want to go?
Go ahead, Jonathan.
I'll go. All right.
Yep.
So for my number 1, and I'm not saying this because I'm biased against anybody else, but I have to go with Ty Simpson just because of the progression he's done throughout the season.
We ain't
And
taking
he
that.
just won. He just did like 4 ranked games in a row as a quarterback,
Mhm.
and he kind of balled out in every single one of them. So I'm gonna go Ty Simpson number 1. I'm gonna do Fernando at 2.
You better not. You better not.
I'm gonna go Marcellus Reed, Texas A&M at 3. Haynes King at 4. And can I do a tie for 5?
Yeah, you can.
I did a tie for 4, so I'm down with it.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all keep forgetting about this guy because we ain't talking about him like that for real. But I'm gonna do Durham Bernard and Sewell from Ohio State.
Fuck boy, get your hands out of my face.
I tried
Jacob.
them at 5.
Jacob,
My
shut
bad.
up.
My bad.
We'll cut
I'm
that
sorry.
out.
I'm sorry.
Now, I thought about Bernard on there. I really did. He's actually floating around
Wait,
my
y'all said
6-7
Bernard?
pick to be
It's-
6-7 pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
He
have.
float
I put
another
him,
guy
yeah.
who, and I don't want to ruin Jacob's list if he's on there, but another guy floated around, and I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. That DDM for Miami was floating around in my list because he's slowly getting up there.
Number 1, we got Tyson. Tie for Heisman, you know. Number 2, we got Heisman Simpson. Number 3, we got Heisman Ty. Number 4, we got Ty Simpson. And number 5, we got Jeremy Bernard. Because I actually was going to put Bernard at number 5. Because I think he has been playing crazy and he's been sleeping under the radar for most people. But I think he's scored every single game that we played, if I'm not mistaken. So, and it's
I
also
think he's
from like
had
running
at least one
running
touchdown
back.
in every game and multiple
Yeah,
in most of them.
and it's not just from passes. He's running it too. So that's why I put him at 5. I think he's a sleeper.
So making sure that I heard your list correct, you said 1 is Ty Simpson, 2 is Ty Simpson,
Yes.
3 is Ty Simpson, 4 is Ty Simpson, and 5 is Jeremy Bernard.
Exactly correct. You said it correctly.
That's terrible.
Jacob. That's crazy.
Bro, no one else has played comp. Indiana, you played Oregon. Oh, okay. You play Rutgers. Okay. Like, who cares? Ty's out there going against ranked opponents, winning, and also proving he can win even if he's down. You cannot tell me this man is not Heisman. Ty can go to Indiana and put up 1,000 yards every game with the competition they're playing over there.
Anyway, all right. So moving on to the NFL talk. And the first game I want to talk about is the Cheating Eagles.
Wait, before we start, as an Eagles fan, prayers up to Cam Scatterboo. You hate to see that, even if it's a rival. I hate to see something like that. That's
Prayers
nasty
up.
work. So prayers up to Cam Scatterboo. I see you're out for the season. I hate that for you, brother. You were definitely offensive
Did
rookie
you
of the
see
year.
he tried to get up.
He did.
Like, bro, what?
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't understand
what?
that. But yeah, prayers up to him.
Honestly, he probably didn't even feel it. He was just going through so much shock.
Yeah,
But he
probably.
looked at it.
Yeah, probably. But we get into
That's
the
crazy.
other stuff because as an Eagles fans, I have my takes too.
That Tush Push. 1, how many times can that guard rock back and forth without getting the flag thrown? 2, you know that was bullcrap. His forward progress wasn't stopped. That ball was stripped. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I've never seen forward progress be stopped when somebody's still moving forward. I have never seen forward progress be stopped by somebody who's still moving forward.
I saw
And
it today
also
in the
actively
Broncos
sticking the
Cowboys
ball
game.
out.
I saw it today in the Broncos Cowboys game. Yeah, forward progress was stopped while he was still moving forward. But you know,
No. In that one, he got stood up and then he fell forward. Yours, he was still taking steps forward, and they said forward progress was stopped. He never stopped moving forward. That ball was stripped, and you know it was stripped.
And another thing, you don't hear the whistles until they strip the ball. You literally
Until
hear it
he's
on the
rolling on the ground
broadcast.
with it.
Yes.
Until he's rolling on the ground with it.
Another thing, they got another false start on the left tackle again, and they got called on the Giants. What Cam Scatterboo wouldn't have got injured on that flag. That officiating crew just needs to be investigated because they also had flags on the Eagles that I didn't agree with as well. But that whole officiating crew needs to get investigated because they had their hand too much in that game.
this is what I would say to the Tush Push. I agree with y'all. It was a fumble. There is no reason that Jalen Hurts should have stuck the ball out. I don't understand that. We already had the yardage. Like, I didn't get that part. You can't stick the ball out, get stripped, and then say forward progress was done. Like, I don't understand what that official was looking at, but I also find it so strange that Brian Daboll challenged the play after they just told him you cannot challenge the play. So I don't know what he was trying to challenge, what he was trying to achieve, but that made no sense to me. But there was so much in that game where I would say with Jacob, the officiating was just terrible. Jake Elliott had a 58-yard kick. You hear a whistle. You see him jump offsides the Giants player. So Jake just kind of kicks it, and then they pick up the flag. There's a erroneous, or I can't think of the actual word they used, a random whistle. They don't know where it came from, but it's like, well, you got to redo the play. Well, no. And it's like, I didn't understand that part. Like, the officials were just being weird all day. Like, how, as an Eagles fan, I can also say, don't think that was OPI too much. Like, I've seen a lot worse OPIs that don't get called. So, them taking that off the board, didn't like that. Then the next play, that is a fumble. The rules analyst came in and said it's a fumble. Everybody else came in and said it's a fumble. The Tom Brady and them, we have to change the rule that the QB's arm has to make it to the halfway point for it not to be a fumble. If it's back here, I don't care if your arm's going forward. If you get hit back here, and Jacob said something good, if a defender puts their hand on the ball, it's a fumble. I'm so sick of this forward motion with the arm. It's not real. It is not real.
That's literally what I was like. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's definitely for sure a fumble." Like he literally didn't even get the forward motion. Literally, the ball came out before it even.
And that's
crazy.
the second time that has happened against the Eagles, where they're hitting them where the ball is still back, but since their arm is starting to go forward, you can't get it. They got to change that rule. That is a terrible rule. I think so many games get changed because it's like we just give the QBs everything. You have to really F up as a QB to make a mistake happen because they just give you everything. And I just don't agree. So as an Eagles fan, I'm loving that we won, especially against a division rival. But the refs kind of hold the Giants today. I can't even say it with full chest. The refs hold the Giants today.
For sure. Speaking of another team game, and I don't know if y'all got to watch it much, but a game that if I, we like to talk, and I feel like when we talk about people like this, we normally talk about offensive guys. We talk about offensive guys wasting their careers at certain organizations, but a defensive guy who's wasted his career at an organization, Myles Garrett.
Oh my God!
How do you have 5 sacks? You alone have 5 sacks, and you
He
lose
broke his
by,
own record.
20 points.
Insane.
But Jamie, it's not like he didn't have a choice in it though. He chose the money. So
Yeah,
at
he
this
chose the
point,
money.
you can't say that he's wasting his talents when he chose to stay. Was it like 40 million a year or something like
Yeah.
that? Like,
No, I get why he did it. Like I get why he did, but I'm talking about like we always talk about like Megatron,
no, I get it.
Barry
No, I
Sanders.
know.
Like we talk
I
about
get.
guys like that. Oh, the Lions wasted what they had. The Browns are wasting a super elite defense. Like they
Years in a
have a
row.
elite defense.
Literally multiple years in a row.
Elite defense. And because it's not just like one guy, because sometimes you could be like, all right, Myles Garrett's doing his thing, but like the rest of the defense. No, they have a legit defense. That a defense at I mean, out of 32 teams in the league, 28 of them would change their defense for right now.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
And maybe more than that, but I'm gonna say there's 4 defenses that they'd be like, we're all right with ours. But 28 of them would change their defenses right now. And you're talking about if they just had a half decent offense. And again, after today, and I know it's been the talk of a town and all that kind of stuff, but Dylan Gabriel didn't look good again today.
No.
I mean, 21 for 35, 156, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Like, he didn't look good again today. And again, and I hate talking about it because I feel like we do talk a lot about a backup quarterback, but everybody is right now. But it just makes you curious. Like Shador couldn't do any worse.
No.
And then two, hearing like that he's getting no 1 reps at practice.
That makes no sense to me. Like I'm glad you
I
brought
don't-
that up because I don't think he needs to be getting like half the reps. But you're one
No.
play away. That's one play away from putting
That's-
him in. You have to have him
That's my
practice with
thing.
them. Yeah.
3 or 4
That's
reps.
my.
You
That's
get
really
12.
my thing.
We've all been in period practices. You normally get 12 to 15 reps a period. Hey, Dylan, you're gonna get 10 reps. Shador, you're gonna get 3 to 5. That's like that's what it should. That's what every team I've been on does.
That's what they
I
were
think
doing.
that- I think that-
Hold on.
When
That's what
when,
they were doing for Gabriel.
Gabriel was second, yeah. But they, you know how they said they doing it. They want Gabriel to get more reps now that he's the starter. So they want
And
him to
it's
see
But I
more.
different
think the
because
problem
Flacco
is
was experienced.
they want him to look like he is inexperienced whenever the time due comes. Because you have no chemistry with the number ones. So he'll just have to go off of his ball knowledge. I think that's what the plan is. If he goes in and we haven't got any reps of one, there's no chemistry. So when he goes in, he's gonna look like horrible, and the coach is gonna be like, "Well, we told y'all he's not.
Mhm.
This is what everybody's saying is he needs to continue putting the work in X, Y, and Z." But I was like, "But how when you're not? He's not even getting an adequate opportunity." And I really don't understand. Like, why are they holding him there? Why not get rid of him if that's? But I do. But financially, though, I wouldn't get rid of him personally. If I was a GM, I wouldn't let him go because he makes a lot of money in jersey sales. And he obviously brings attention to our team, which good or bad doesn't matter. Um, so, but how long do you let Dylan Gabriel keep thinking it up? And when does Deshaun Watson come back?
It's soon.
I was about to say, I think they're pretty close to activating him. So, like, so this could all be settled when Deshaun gets back. Realistically, it could. But speaking of like getting rid of him, and I don't know if y'all have heard the rumors, and I was trying to see if there was like a lot of people reporting on it and haven't really heard it. But did you hear the Jets apparently reached out about Shador?
Really?
And the rumor is the Browns said we're interested in talking, but we want a second for him.
No, you picked him at a
No.
6. You can't.
You took him a
No.
Yeah, what?
No.
That was
So,
the rumors that were going around,
leverage.
Remember
and
the
that they
rumors?
asked
I
for a
told
second
you
or a third.
leverage, bro. I told
Yep.
you that's all they wanted him for is leverage.
Yes.
You remember the Bengals called for him and they said no, he's not available.
Yeah. They did get reported that the Bengals tried to get him too.
They told him we'll give you Joe, and that's why they got Joe, because they wanted Shador at first. Get him.
Shit, I'll take Joe the way he been playing there. I'll take him.
And I think the
That's another
Saints.
question. What Joe's doing right now? What is the Browns doing to their quarterbacks where Joe's looking the way Joe's looking now? And it's
Oh,
like we're not even talking about
wait.
year to year.
It's coaching malpractice. Why do
No.
you think they're not playing Shador right now? It's coaching malpractice. They don't care.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Joe has
Okay, I know
Jamar
he's got
Chase and
Chase.
T. Higgins.
That is okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I was
That
about to
does make
say,
the life a
bro,
lot
be for
easier.
real,
He
bro.
makes it so much
I'm sorry.
easier.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I
But-
should have thought about where Joe
That boy-
is. But Joe looked like absolute boo boo at the Browns.
Can we switch to that
That boy
game, though?
Jamar Chase got freaking 19 targets today, bro. Hey, come on, bro. He got a true number one and a true number two.
Who could be a number one
Why?
any other
No,
team?
really.
He could be a number one
Two
any
number
other
ones.
team.
true.
Can we talk about that game? Let's go, Jets. Get your first dub. Let's go. And it was in dramatic
first dub.
fashion because there was no reason to go for that 2-point conversion when you could be down by 7. It almost be down by 8 was insane. How they got it was insane. Justin Fields being sat, throwing it, don't look like he got it. Then you look at replay, he stuck it in at the last second. Insane play. But props to the Jets. Props to Aaron Glenn. I was just telling Jacob before that game ended because I did think they was going to lose. I was like, you got to feel for Aaron Glenn because he's in these games and it's just not happening.
He's coaching very, very well.
Yes.
They're just not pulling him out. And I truly do feel like they're a quarterback away.
Yeah.
Even though I hate saying that because I hate how the owner talked about Justin Fields in the media
Yes.
this week. I just don't think everybody knows your quarterback play hasn't been great.
Mm-mm.
Everybody knows it hasn't been great. But like I hate just straight bashing their quarterback like
Never
that.
seen
Like
something
saying,
like
"Hey,
that.
our quarterback needs to step up," but like saying, I mean, look at what kind of play he's got. Like come on, man. Like I feel like we've lost as a society. This is a societal problem. I feel like we lost a little bit of decorum or what's a better word for it? Just
Respect.
I mean
It's respect.
respect. Yeah.
Keep it
Because
in
like
house.
you could say I could say we're having quarterback issues without saying blatantly we're having quarterback issues. Like
Yeah.
I could say, hey, I fully love our hire of Glenn. I think Glenn has us in the right position. We're just one position player away. You say it like that, everybody knows who you're talking about. But like just to say, I mean, what can he do with a quarterback like that? Like
I've never
come on,
seen an
man.
owner outside of Jerry. And we all know who Jerry is. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I've never seen an owner do that to your starting QB. But it explains the Jets so well. It's from the top down. Like
Yes.
I've never seen something like that. But way to
I
shut
just
them
don't
up.
see why they're not successful, man.
I was about to say, isn't it kind of funny though?
That's it, Jonathan.
What?
How you not?
They I don't understand how they're not successful. They are in New Jersey. Well, they share a stadium, but they're in a good marketplace to have people that will want to come up there. I
Mhm.
mean, obviously the money will be there. I just don't see why they can't put one and two together to be successful. It's crazy. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with just Fields, man, but I mean, I don't,
It is kind of funny though
I
that,
don't
like
know.
you said,
Yeah,
Justin Fields had some gutsy plays. Justin Fields had the gutsy plays to win the game, and I think that's kind of funny. Kind of like yeah, you talk bad about me, but like we pulled this game out off of some of my crazy antics, like off of some of my crazy athletic plays. So that was kind of cool.
And,
It was
Hey,
a good game.
while I remember, you know who also is wasting his career away? Cam Jordan at the Saints. That man
but
is
he got
good,
one, don't he?
and he's been wasted.
yeah,
Did
he
he
got
get one
one.
with
He
Drew?
right where he
He
wanted to
got
be,
one.
bro.
Did he get one with
Oh,
Drew?
I'm
Was
pretty
he there for
I'm
one?
pretty sure.
I thought he was.
See,
I know
Yeah,
he
I
was
think
there
so.
with Drew. I didn't think he won that one with Drew. I
I
thought he
thought
was like a couple years later.
I thought you were going to bring up someone different, and it's
Who?
Justin Jefferson. Dang,
Oh
brother.
yeah, Justin Jefferson.
Dang, brother. I hate it. I feel for you, dog.
Cam Jordan was not there.
Oh, he wasn't.
Yeah, I told you. I thought he
Oh
was.
man.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like his career kind of got. He was there for the Mississippi.
He was
Miracle.
Cam Jordan was drafted the year after
Dang.
the Saints won. So they won in 2010. He was drafted in 20, but he was part of
No,
the.
no Super Bowl for Cam
Dang.
Jordan, by the way.
Another one wasted on that
No
same
Super Bowl.
team. If he was at a different organization, we would be talking about him like CMC, Alvin Kamara.
Yes.
That Joker
Yeah.
had years where
Yes.
he was the truth. Like you were scared of Alvin Kamara. Wasted. Just wasted.
Yeah. So versatile, so athletic, man. But like I said, but them guys are right. They are what they want to be, man.
Mhm.
The money talks, bullshit walks. So I don't feel bad for them, especially when you had the opportunity to leave. So they take the money. That's the thing. They take the money because nowadays the money is more important than the rings. Which honestly, like I
You
can't
get
be
it.
blamed them because it's all about longevity. It's longevity.
No.
Being in the Hall of Fame is not important to them anymore because it's all politics too. So
Yeah.
it's like let me get my money because look, think about it, bro. They literally have a span of maybe I say minimum of 1 to 3 years,
Mhm.
but at most like less than
The
10
average NFL
for the
career, I
rest of
think,
their
is 3 to
lives.
4 years.
So and they have the rest of their lives. Some of them probably will be done by the time they're 27.
Yeah.
So why not get the most I can get right now? Because I still have hopefully 40, 50 more, 60 more years left in my life. So
So my only argument to that, and there's one of my favorite professional golfers that I like to watch. His name is Max Homa. He's one of those dudes. He feels like a dude. You know how sometimes you say a dude you can have a beer with. That's what he feels like. One of those guys. But one of the things people were talking about a big golf thing is Live. Live was paying golfers a lot of money to come play for the Saudi Arabia League, right?
Mhm.
And they asked him why he
Yeah.
didn't go because he was offered a bag to go to Saudi Arabia, and his answer was, "I've made $10 million on tour." After you have $10 million, really and truly, if you're just adding money to that, you're just being greedy. Like he's like not calling those guys greedy or anything. He was like, but once you have $10 million, really and truly, you're set for your life. As long as you ain't doing nothing crazy, you're set for your life. He said everything else on top of that is just a blessing extra. He's like, so a lot of these guys, once you have $10 million, if you can't manage to live 40, 50 years off of $10 million, that's on you. Like that's on you.
See,
But I also agree if you could get paid. Like get paid, no doubt. But like and I've never been in that situation, so I don't really know. But me personally, I think I would get. Am I going to get respected pay? Like, am I going to take chump change money? No. But like, I mean, look at Tom Brady. Part of the reason he got so many rings is because he took a lesser contract than some of these quarterbacks have taken, so that other players could get pieces around him. He won. Now his last few years, did he get paid? Oh, yes, he did. Like, yes, he did. But his first few years, his first 3/4
well,
of his career, he took a slightly below average salary for a quarterback of his tenure,
mhm.
so that he could win more rings. And
Oh,
I respect that.
he also did have like a supermodel wife who was also worth millions as well. That could
She
also
she
have
not she
helped.
make more than her bag bigger than his.
At one
Yeah, so
point,
that
yeah.
also could help with him taking
So
less
so
money as
obviously
well.
so
And
obviously taking less money at this point is not really a big of a deal to him because his wife has it too.
Well, he
So
kind of
had it.
you know what
divorced
I
her.
mean?
Had it. She
At it.
had it.
And
But
see,
I'm just
this is
saying,
where,
but
Had
realistically,
it.
once people that made 10, 15 million,
but see, this is where I agree with Jonathan. Is yes, I get what you're saying, but think about it like this, and this is how I truly think about it. Look how many greats were around in their time where like you're looking at them like, oh my God, that's the greatest athlete on this team. Like they're balling. And then 10, 15 years later, you don't know anything about them. So I think some of these players are just
Not
like,
even 10, 15.
yeah,
5.
5.
3 to 5. They're broke.
Some 2 years, and you don't even think about them. Like, think about JJ Watt. Freak. Most people wouldn't even think about him right now. I would, but that's because I see him all the time on Pat's show. And so, freak of nature. But that's where I go, where I don't doubt these guys just taking the money because it's like at the end of the day, most folks won't even remember you. So why not get that generational wealth?
even if you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, to get the
Yeah,
generational
I
wealth.
feel you. I feel you on
Yeah,
that.
I'm taking 100 million. I'm taking 100 million
Yeah,
every time. I don't even
yeah,
care. Sorry.
yeah.
Because how many times in your life you gonna get a 100 million opportunity, man?
That, yeah,
It's just
yeah.
No, I feel you on it. I feel you on it to a certain extent. To a certain extent, I do get curious though if we're going to see, especially with these guys. I feel like their careers have extended longer and longer. I do want to see towards the end if we see some guys take a little bit lesser contracts
Yeah.
trying to get a ring,
Mhm.
just to kind of see what happens. So, but anyway, any other games y'all wanted to hit on,
I
or
think that was
actually, you
it.
know, I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to say one thing.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna hit on one
I have
game.
no idea what the Falcons are doing.
Okay.
I
That's
don't know
what
where
we're
our
gonna talk
offense
about.
has gone. Part of the reason why we went to Penix, you saw today.
Yes.
Good gosh, Almighty! Like you talk about a guy who had a chance to, and I know we've talked about it since and everything, but you talk about a guy who had a chance today to show a team, hey, come for me at the trade deadline. You had that chance today, and you did not give any team any reason, and we're just going to keep paying you your $100 million.
I was about to
Because
say, why would I try?
no,
I'm
if
gonna go out
he
there and
had a
get hit
chance
every
today.
day.
And it makes you curious if the pressure of that kind of got to him
Mhm.
because he truly did have a chance today to come out there. If he went out there threw for 350 to 2 3 touchdowns, led to a win. Some of these bubble teams that are missing a quarterback could have been like, let's go get this man. Let's go
Mhm.
get this man. Not happening now.
And then
Um,
the
our
last one,
defense
just
today really frustrated me. Like I have no idea. Like we have a good defense. Like we have a really good defense, and we made Tua look like he was like an MVP today. Like and Tua, like
how,
I don't know what to say.
how do you not just run Bijan to death? They have the worst run defense, Jamie. Like Why are we trying to make
You're
Kirk
just saying
Cousins look
Bijan.
great?
You forget we have 2 running backs that
Yeah,
ran for
Tyler.
1,000 yards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tyler
Bijan
Algier.
and Algier.
Like, what was that?
I really don't know what was. Honestly, I think the game plan might have been they thought we were just going to get an easy win. Let's make Kurt look good to get him off our roster. But realistically, we needed that win. So give the ball to our playmakers. Algier and Bijan have both played phenomenal all year long. Bijan is playing at an MVP level up until these last 2 games. I don't know what's happened to our offense these last 2 games. We had the top 7 offense, and it's like these last 2 games we look nothing like ourselves. It's just dumb. Like, and I question the San Francisco game. Like, we go for it on 4th and 1 and take Bijan off the field. Why?
Oh boy.
We like today, like you said, why didn't we just literally the game plan should have been like Bijan, you're gonna get the ball 3 times, then you're gonna come get a water break, and Algier, you're gonna get the ball 3 times, then you're gonna come get a water break, and we're gonna we're gonna let Kurt dump it off to Pitts and London as we can. But no, we said we're gonna put Kirk out there and spread the field and throw it 50 times. Like, it was just I don't know what to say. Like, I'm a Falcons fan. I'm an optimistic Falcons fan. I know some people find that weird. Um, Jacob told me apparently people find it weird that I'm a Falcons fan that believes in the Falcons, but I'm just a guy that likes to look at the greener side of the grass and think that everything's going to work out. And I get excited. I really do. Like, I know people think it's fake, but like, I really do get excited every single year thinking that we could have a chance. Even at the end of the year where I know we're statistically not going to make it, but it's like, man, they say we got a 10% chance. I'm the guy thinking we could go out and win every single game to finish the season. I don't know why I do that. I just get upset every day, and I would just want to punch myself in the face. But it's what I do. I believe in my team. I've been here since Vic.
And then
wait,
that's all I can say.
Because he finally put it back on for a good reason. Just a quick shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. You got one again. You got one in the W column.
You finally put the shirts on.
Got one
You've
in
been
the
hiding
W
that shirt,
column.
boy. You've been hiding that shirt, boy. But see, I ain't
should Huntley take Lamar's spot?
No.
Be for real, bro. Be for real, bro.
Come on. Hey,
What's
can y'all
fucking
please
dope,
just
bro?
have
Be for
Huntley in when
real.
y'all play us, bro? Just please. Just one game. We just need one game where Huntley's in against us. Just one game.
Not
But
gonna
anyway,
happen, brother.
moving on. Anything else we all want to talk about?
I think that's it. Most of the games. Most games suck.
Hey, Steelers out there. We're having a little trouble on the offense, but we did just get a touchdown. Defense stepping up. Hey, we gonna win this game tonight, baby.
Anyway, all right. So we do it. We pick every single NFL game each week. NFL has been a little tough on us this year, but we do have an update in our current standings. Currently, I am leading in the NFL standings as well. 65 and 43. Justin is right behind me at 64 and 44. Jacob is sitting at 62 and 46, and Jonathan, you are at 61 and 47, which is crazy because Jacob has a 2 and 14 thing. But really and truly, it's crazy that Jacob's that close to all of us because he has a week where he went 2 and 14. Like that.
The collusion, bro.
Crazy.
The collusion between you. The collusion between
Hey,
you.
guess what? You want to know what the
y'all
lovely
needed a
thing?
nerve.
Oldest brother and the youngest.
Y'all want to know what the lovely thing about us recording these is? Y'all can go back and watch them, and y'all can audit me whenever you want. Whenever you want, you can go back and watch these picks. So if you think there's collusion, just go watch it. Count them up. See what happens.
There's no collusion.
But anyway,
I just ball. I just needed to give y'all a little chance to even have a chance against me, you know?
Boy, please.
Anyway, so we'll fire through these picks real quick for the next few weeks. And we got our Thursday night game, which is going to be the Ravens and the Dolphins. The Ravens are finally giving me something to think about, and the Dolphins are still trash, even though Atlanta made them look like they were like an elite team today. The Dolphins are still trash, so I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay. And we know where he's going.
We don't even got to ask, partner. We don't even got to ask.
Yeah, I'm the same because they're saying Lamar's back, so give me the Ravens.
Yeah. Lamar was almost back today from what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to be back today.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't have Lamar, I would have went the Dolphins, but since y'all have the Lamar, give me the Ravens.
Cool. Then we got the 49ers Giants. With Scatterboo being hurt, I think that changes the Giants offense a lot. So give me the 49ers.
I can't even believe you even thought about this. Boy, Mac Jones is on fire right now, man. Give me the 49ers. Boy,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
they got too many injuries on the Giants. Give me 49ers.
You said he went crazy today. They lost today to the Texans, but I don't know if that's going crazy. So give me
I
the
said Mac
49ers.
Jones personally. I said Mac
He
Jones
threw an
personally has been
interception
going crazy.
in the touchdown.
Okay,
So.
bro.
I'm just saying.
Anyway,
Give me the
we got the
49ers.
Chargers Titans. Again, the Titans are just so bad. So bad. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going electric with the Chargers on this one.
Yeah, give me the Chargers.
Chargers.
Vikings Lions. Sneaky good game, but give me the Lions.
Yeah, it's sneaky good game. I'm taking Lions though.
Yeah, give me the Lions.
Lions.
Falcons Patriots.
Damn.
Patriots are playing really good ball right now, but the Falcons they're gonna bounce back. They're gonna whoop some butt. So give me the Falcons.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Drake May on this one, big dog. Go to Patriots.
Hey, question. Michael Penix out for 2 weeks?
I don't know.
Patriots. Because you didn't know? Patriots. Yeah.
Gotta be optimistic and hope that he's coming back. But
Is Michael Penix coming back?
Brother, I just asked.
I was watching the
Bruh, come
game,
on,
bro.
man.
Oh, brother.
You gotta be more in tune, bro.
Give me the I think the Falcons make a comeback. Give me the Falcons.
Okay.
bet. Colts Steelers. A
Steelers.
sneaky good game. Sneaky good game. I hate to do it to you though. The Colts are playing too good right now. I'm going with the Colts.
Yeah, Jamie. I'm gonna have to go to the Colts with this one too, bro. That boy John Taylor going off.
I was about to bring him up. He's a freak, man. That Joker's so good. But I was just talking about this with Jacob
Better than Saquon.
this year. Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%. I can't even say anything about that. I was talking to Jacob about this. When the Colts play someone decent, though, it's so hard for me to do this. Give me the Colts. Give me the Steelers.
I think it's going to be a very fun.
They have
it's going
to
to be
lose.
a good.
They have to lose. So give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers.
Okay.
The Steelers. Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's go.
Bronco Texans. The Broncos are legit fourth quarter team. Again, they had another big fourth quarter today. 2 tutties in the fourth quarter, put the game away. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Broncos as well.
Yeah, give me Broncos.
Give me the Broncos.
Bears Bengals. Good game. I think the Bengals are going to pull it out. I think today, I really like them. So give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals on this one too.
Yeah, I think their offense is just too good. So give me the Bengals.
Bengals.
Panthers Packers. Panthers were having their season, boy. I thought they were coming through, and today it was rough. Give me the Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Packers on that one.
If I was confident Bryce was going to be back, I might go with the Panthers. But since I think he's still going to be limping, give me the Packers.
Yeah, give me the Packers. If Bryce was back, I'll 100% go with the Panthers.
Saints Rams. Give me the Rams.
Oh yeah.
Rams.
Yeah. Not even a question. Rams.
Yeah, Rams. Just mark me down for Rams.
Jaguars Raiders.
Mm.
Good game. Give me the Jags.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags on that one.
Easily taking the Jags.
Jags. Come on, miss this.
Chiefs Bills.
Miss this.
Good game. Good game. I'm going with the.
That is a good game.
I'm going with the Bills though. I'm going with the Bills regular season.
Yeah,
regular season.
I'm
He
go
always
with
gets.
Bills.
So give me the Bills.
I got to rock with the Bills on that one too, man.
Just so I'm.
They're playing in New York. Too.
What's up?
I guess yeah. Give me the Bills.
They're playing in New York.
That's what was the question. Bills, I guess.
Give me the Chiefs. This time the Chiefs are going to beat them in the regular season.
Okay.
Oh, they were
Seahawks,
playing
Commanders. Give me the
Oh,
Commanders.
They were
dang it.
playing the
What?
Chiefs. He didn't know they were playing the Chiefs.
I thought y'all said he's playing in New York. I thought I heard y'all said they were playing the Jets.
No,
You
I
can
said
make.
Chiefs,
I'll let you
Bills.
change. I'll let you
No.
change
Can
if
I
you want to
change
change.
in? Because I
Yeah,
definitely was
you
going
can.
to pick the Chiefs.
Okay.
By committee, if y'all let me.
I even
If
said
y'all
he
let
don't
me.
beat them in the regular season.
Yeah, but I could,
Yeah.
but they lost to the
Really,
Jets.
what you said,
They lost to
Jamie.
the Jets. So
Yeah.
if y'all allow me, give me the Chiefs.
I'll allow it. I'll vote in favor of it.
Okay.
You gotta get the other two though.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
One
two,
of the other two.
y'all gonna let me change?
I'll let it happen. Just because
That's
I've
fine.
gotten to change this year, I think Jonathan's gotten to change this year. So
Yeah,
this
give me
your
the
one
Chiefs.
change.
Thank you.
Seahawks, Commanders. Give me the Commanders.
Ooh, why? Okay, never mind.
Free pick, Justin. Yeah, be quiet.
Deans is still out, right?
Yeah,
Deans is still out, right?
yeah.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
That's why I did it. So when y'all lose, I get the one up. And then Cardinals, Cowboys.
Cowboys. I don't know why. Wait, I don't know why they can't get over the slump though lately, man.
Give me the Cardinals.
Is Kyle back? Kyler? Murray back?
I don't think it matters.
I just don't like their receivers.
Yeah,
I
give me
get you.
Cowboys. Give me Cowboys.
Okay.
They've
I'm
been hurt the whole damn season.
Hey,
man.
but mark my words, I do feel an upset. I do feel like the Cardinals can sneak a game against them.
That's why I picked them.
Or anything like that. But
Again?
You hold on. You cut out for like once you started talking, you cut out for a little bit. So let me just write that down to cut it. All right, go ahead.
all right, cool. So that is pretty much it. Anything anybody else got on their chest or anything like that?
And we're good.
I did want to say one more comment
Roll
because we kind
Tide,
of got
baby.
cut off with the breaking news about the gambling ring.
Mhm.
I do have one question.
Mhm.
They said that there was 5 mob families in this gambling ring, right?
Right.
Why have we only seen arrests for
That's
the
all the
basketball
families.
players?
Every time. It's every time. They're gonna take the black athlete.
Every time.
They're
You
gonna take
already
the black
know.
athlete.
I don't even think it's but it's just my like you announce all these families. Show us somebody
Okay,
from
but
the
why
family
not
that
show
got
nobody?
arrested.
That's
They
what I'm
did
saying.
catch some people
It's
out.
because Jamie, it's because it's them. Like they're the politicians. They're behind the media. They have a lot of persuasion to go on to keep those guys. Because the mob was supposed to be dismantled in the early 2000s. So
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. So I think they're
But
doing
anyway,
their due diligence to
Wait,
make sure they're dismantled.
last thing on a lighter note. Did you see that New Mexico wide receiver put the team on his back, though?
Did the Greg Jennings?
He put the team on his back, though.
legit Grant. I was so mad when that DB hit him. He was already in the touchdown.
Right.
That joker, he literally the real life Greg Jennings though. That looked just like
Yeah.
Greg.
Yes, it is.
Like
It was
that
so funny.
was dope.
Let's go into the mind of
And
Greg James. I put that team on my back, though.
put him on my back though.
Darren Sharp,
99
the
yards.
hardest hitting safety. But I put that team
But
on
yeah,
my back, though.
no, for real. But anyway, if you didn't see that play, you need to watch it because it literally looks just like it. But anyway, that's a wrap for the show. I appreciate you listening in. If you have any questions, shoot us a comment. We'll read your comment on there. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. But we are out.